Hi, my name is Emily. Today I'm going to be talking about an interpersonal relation that I had, with a friend of mine. Well, she was a friend of mine, but I met her in middle school. Sorry for the traffic noise. I met her in middle school going to high school, and, you know, I'd say this is like the relational escalation part. We were getting close, like we would tell each other stuff. Like, I felt like I had like a new best friend. We had a lot of close like conversations. We had a lot of common interests, and it was just really nice. It was really nice to have somebody and like know like, hey, there's somebody like you, but like not the same as you, that you can talk to and that you can be close with, right? And so that was all great. We were in a mutual friend group, and that's how we really met. But after a while of it being like all great and whatnot, she started, I don't really know. She later on told me that it was like she really wanted attention and whatnot, and so, but she had purposely lied to me about like when we would let me start over. When we'd have like conversations where we would be like close and whatnot, she would tell me stuff that was kind of like depressing and whatnot and just not great to deal with, but like I was trying to be there for her, and I was trying to like give her like every bit of attention that I had to give, every bit of care and everything that I could give them. And she would tell me like, hey, no, I'm really depressed, I'm going through this, and this. And so she even mentioned somebody in her family like who wasn't being very great to her, and then I found out later, like from another friend in the same friend group that her and I were in, that family member wasn't even like around anymore. They had passed or something. So she was coming up with like a lot of different lies, I guess. I don't know. My point is, like, she ended up being the type of person who would lie a lot to get I don't know, I guess attention, or for us to care, like, because we would obviously care about her, and we did obviously care about her. I hope she's doing well even today, but she would lie a lot. And so my point is, we found that out, and she would like come up with like these big stories. Sometimes it would be like pretty like graphic of what she was claiming that she had to deal with, and then I would find out later on different times that what she's saying wasn't true at all. It was the complete opposite. And that was just so I'd say that the relational de-escalation part like started around here, because at this point I was like, okay, I feel kind of taken advantage of, and I feel like you're using all of this care and like thought and like my time, and me thinking that you were being authentic, and telling me the truth and being honest and opening up to me. I find out that you weren't, and you were lying to, I don't know, get me to like, I don't know. So long story short, I had to cut her off as a friend because she was lying like about everything, even small stuff, but the bigger stuff that was more significant to me, because it's like, it's like, why are you going to, like, I'm here for you no matter what, but why do you have to lie to me about big stuff, just to get my, I don't know, I guess sympathy and attention and whatever. And later on she told me like, well, I really didn't feel like I was like fitting into the friend group, and I just really wanted the attention on me sometimes, and I wanted you guys to care, and it made me feel good to know that people cared. But overall, I decided that I probably shouldn't talk to her anymore. And so, unfortunately, I say unfortunately, but unfortunately it didn't go a different way, because I wish that it had. But, or I wish that she didn't do that to begin with. But it made me not trust anything that she said. And so I decided that I had to, like I said, cut her off. In terms of posts by my peers, there's one post by Karina Vera. So she explains in her video how she had this friend that she met. They got really close, but her and her friend like met some people who weren't the best influences. And so her friend started acting like different and whatnot, and eventually, sooner or later, she ended up cutting her off too. Personally, I think that this like story of hers was like pretty great, because it's one that I can relate to, especially with it's sort of similar to mine in terms of like having a friend, being close to somebody, and then like the terrible feeling of like knowing that you have to cut somebody off but not wanting to, it's like very bittersweet. Like you get freedom at the end, because like they're not there to put you down anymore in whatever way they were, and then but you also miss having them around like as your friend. So yeah, but that one impacted me a lot, I'd say. So yeah, that's all I have. Thank you for listening.